Guys, I want to quit my job. I want to quit my job so bad. Like,
it's just that I don't want to work my whole life doing a job I hate.
I just walked out of my job. My job is super stressful, and it's been like physically.
Modern women are quitting their jobs because it's just too hard for them.
I've seen videos on my For You page from white women talking about how they want to go back to the 1950s housewife era when women weren't working.
Why is it that I have to work 40 hours a week just so I can have a place to live?
Is Mary rich?
The struggle goes on. This is what it's like, being in a man's shoes. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
I don't know who, as a woman, voted for the women's right to work. I don't think women should work. I think women should go to the pool. Thank you.
I'm mad. I have to go to work. I have to earn a living. I'd rather have a private income and get laid well and often.
guys, I want to quit my job. I want to quit my job so bad. Like, you mean to tell me that this is supposed to be the rest of my life? No. You mean to tell me that every day for the rest of forever, I'm supposed to wake up, drive into work, and get yelled at by strangers for shit I didn't do? And I'm supposed to accept that? No, couldn't be me, not gonna happen. Oh my God, I hate it. You know what? I'm gonna get a new job, and that new job, I'm gonna be a caterpillar. I'm gonna live on a leaf, and I'm never gonna have to explain how to do things that someone could just fucking Google ever again. Why am I here? Literally, my job, just Google it. That's my whole job, just Google it.
Me every day. I'm this close to buying a van and living in it and traveling the country. Couldn't be you. Are you going to be that one girl who's going to change the world? Geez, I wonder how many people before you thought the same thing. I feel you so much, except you can't really Google my job, but I hate it there. I quit my last job because someone yelled at me. Now I'm starting my new career.
In my opinion, I believe that women should not have to work. Like, if I don't want to work, I shouldn't have to. Like, I don't think I'm meant to work. Like, I've tried the 9-to-5s, I went to college, did all these jobs. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to work. I just don't have any enjoyment from it. I'm literally miserable every time I get a job. I hate it. Like, kudos to the girls that love working. That's not me, and it'll never be me.
This woman isn't the only one who feels this way. In their imagination, they believe that women shouldn't have to work. They're wishing to go back to how things were back then. But what they don't understand is that back then, women was always working. Another thing is a lot of men probably don't want to work either, but they suck it up because they have responsibilities to handle. I honestly thought women would be more happy about working. They can finally get all the things they've been asking for. And now it's looking like it's backfiring.
It's just that I don't want to work my whole life doing a job I hate. You need to just find your passion, your dream job. What do you dream of doing? I really like just like hanging out. We can't exploit you off that. Pick something else.
I think we need to have a conversation about grown women fighting, holding signs, marching to work. I'm done. I'm going to fuck off. Fuck this. I'm done.
Let me tell you this, and you can disagree with me if you'd like. You wouldn't last 2 minutes as a concreter, because unfortunately...
I'd like to try to prove people wrong.
In the modern world, you can think that all you want, and that's because your life is so comfortable that you can have that strain of thought. But the fact of the matter is that I did concreting for a few months, and I didn't last, and I'm not a weak guy. But these guys are some of the hardest people you'll ever meet in your life. They are up at the crack of dawn every day, breaking their backs. You would not last a single day. You can sit here and say girl power all you'd like, you wouldn't last a day.
98% of bricklayers are men. Personally, I'd like to see them try shingle roofing and just carry one bundle up the ladder to the ridge. This is what privilege sounds like. This is a woman who's never done manual labor in her life. So many women strongly believes that they can do it. They believe that they can give it a try, and yet they don't. That's because women like easy jobs. There's a reason why 92% of firemen are men, 82% of men are farmers, and 99% of men are carpenters. These women are welcome to try any of the trades, so why don't they?
And should always make a way. I feel like I'm not going to work my hands to the bones to provide. I'm not going to work 16 to 20 hours a day or a week to provide for my family. You're the man. You have the penis. Go get a job. Get 3 jobs. My man has 2 jobs. Go get 7 jobs and 2 side hustles to buy me the things that I want because I'm a woman.
Stupid bitch! 2 words for her. Insane asylum. She sounds like she has daddy issues. Women need to stop listening to each other. They come up with new levels of stupidity. When a woman says, just because I'm a woman, just know you're dealing with a leecher. With this type of mentality, a woman like this doesn't care about her man. As long as he funds her lifestyle, that's all that matters. She's looking for a daddy, not a husband.
You're not going to pay for my bill?
No, I'm not going to pay your bill.
Really? You're not going to pay? Like, what happened to all the good men out there? The gentleman who pays for the bills? You really not going to pay? Like, not even half?
No, I'm not paying anything. Not even half the bill.
Really? You should be ashamed of yourself. I cannot believe this right now. Why can't you just pay half? I don't understand.
I don't even know you. Who are you?
Why you gotta be so cheap? Like, just pay for half.
I don't even know you. Have we ever met? I don't know you.
I don't wanna go to work cause it makes me really sad and I gotta deal with people and I don't wanna do that. I am broke even though I work 40 hours a week. It's okay. I'm fine.
Okay, so I don't know which one of you's alerted the media. The Real Toronto News account on Twitter, but apparently I was the main vocal point. And if you don't know what video I'm talking about, I will put a screenshot right here. This one, okay, I'll give you a second to read it. Delicious, yum. Yeah, that was a haha moment. That was a LOL. That was a joke. Okay? I did have a rough day in the office. I had a really rough time. An old woman did yell at me because I think she was close to death. Why blame me, you know? But it's just a joke, and now I'm just... Why? And look at my face! That's uglier than Kim K. I'm pissed.
Somebody gotta say it, and I'll be the bitch to say it. Women take everything but accountability, don't they? A bitch will take physical abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse. The bitch will take a perk, a Xanny, a drink. Hell, the bitch will even take a pen if it writes smooth enough. But you know what she won't take? You guessed it, accountability. She will take her own motherfucking life before she take accountability. Cause keep in mind, everything that happens to her, it is somebody else's fault. Somebody else is the cause, somebody else is to blame. She'll never see what she does wrong. You know why? Cause she don't do nothing wrong. You know why? Because she's not accountable for shit. That bitch will take a knee before she take accountability, okay? Cause you gotta keep in mind, anything that happened to her, it's your fault. You the reason. If you around, if you breathing, if there's anybody else in the world outside of her, they the fucking cause. I'm trying to tell you, but you ain't gonna listen to me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm out here.
A woman who can't take accountability is not a woman you want in your life. They're so happy to take half of a divorce settlement. But when it comes to taking accountability, it's another story. That's why they say accountability is a woman's kryptonite. This woman hit the nail right on the head. Be careful with who you allow into your life.
Women are smarter than men. How do you think we finessed our way into staying at home, focusing on our hobbies, and putting hair curlers in our hair every single day up until the 21st century, while men had to slave away at work and go to war? But men are smarter.
Could have been staying home drinking wine and taking quaaludes, but someone wanted equality. Do you really think women 50, 100 years ago stayed home and focused on their hobbies? Not like they had 10 children or anything, and non-white women were definitely working too. If they were truly smart, then feminism wouldn't have ruined it for them. A lot of these women truly believe that they would have been just drinking wine all day and do nothing. I really wonder where they get this stuff from. I mean, they have a cell phone device and yet refuse to do their research. They rather just push that narrative on other women instead.
I said, God, if you want me to quit this job, give me 3 signs. Immediately, I saw 3 signs, like within an hour, about quitting your job. And I was like, so you really want me to quit? It's funny because I wanted to do it. And when he confirmed it, I'm just like, okay, so will you replace my income? You know, like Jehovah Jireh, my provider, will you pay these bills?
Too tired to work, too poor to quit, too old for a sugar daddy, too out of shape to strip.
Understand now, like, society's kind of pushing for women to pursue their careers and basically like become men, but I don't know. I just want to be in my feminine, like, you know.
Well, I don't see it as us becoming men because we pursue our careers. Get the overall point she's trying to make. Of course, society wants us to go out and work and have careers. Single women spend more money than married women. And you're more likely to be single when you spend 14 hours a day at work and you're not able to prioritize, finding a relationship and prioritizing that relationship. But I think long term, they're going to realize when our population stops going up that the overall message that we're sending women has to change. That's why we see all of these articles talking about how single women are happier, childless women are happier. I don't think that's true at all. I think that's what they're making up to get us to follow that. This is why I think people should be doing what they feel is best for their well-being. More stay-at-home moms, more stay-at-home dads, career-driven women, career-driven men. Whatever is authentic to you and makes you happy and brings your life purpose.
I agree. That statement is incorrect. If single women were truly happy, they wouldn't be crying on the internet begging for men to approach. They wouldn't even try to use TikTok as a dating app to find their husbands. But we can all agree on this. The women won. This is exactly what they wanted. The population decline is and will only get worse at this point. Get ready to see a whole new world where the sexes are separated if nothing is done. These feminist women also hold a hatred for the traditional family. They're pushing their agenda solely because they hate men.
I've seen videos on my For You page from white women talking about how they want to go back to the 1950s housewife era when women weren't working. I have 3 problems with this. 1, who wasn't working? Black, brown, indigenous women were working. Poor white women were working. So unless you don't consider those women to be women, show me where your statement is correct. Maybe your ancestors weren't working if they were wealthy enough to not work, but they were still subjected to a violent patriarchy. Which brings me to my second point, violent patriarchy. Women during that time period were emotionally, mentally, physically, and sexually abused. And the women who were lucky enough to not be getting abused were still incredibly restricted. They had no choice, no autonomy, literally no power over their own lives. And the third thing is that what you're seeing in terms of like media that's making you romanticize this is propaganda. The cute little drawings of families walking down by the lake pushing a pram, propaganda. Half of those drawings were done in like the 70s. The movies, TV, and music from that era, propaganda. They put that media out there in order to make people complacent by romanticizing the traumas that they were going through. I understand that this is coming from a place of being incredibly frustrated with capitalism. Women work something called a second shift. So they're going into work and getting a paid job, and then they're coming home and doing the majority of the unpaid labor, meaning housework and childcare. This imbalance is so fucked up. But wishing to go back into a time period where there was rampant patriarchy, racism, and sexism makes no fucking sense. And making statements like when women didn't work is incredibly harmful. It's perpetuating the false and whitewashed narrative of history.
So maybe someone here on TikTok can answer this question for me because I cannot figure it out and I am so frustrated. Why is it that I have to work 40 hours a week just so I can have a place to live? 40 hours a week makes me $2,000 a month, and my rent is $1,660. So I work 40 hours a week so I can have a 2-bedroom apartment and an extra $300 a month. Like, it doesn't cover my phone, internet, food, you know? So not only do I not have any extra money, but just working makes me so exhausted that I don't have time either. Like, I get off work at 5:30, come home, and I'm just so tired. I'm so tired that, like, anything that I need to do outside of work, I then just push off to, like, the weekend. And I'm like, I'm just too tired to do this after work. I'll wait until Saturday. So then I end up with so much to do on the weekend that ends up having to be split into 2 days. So I have to do stuff on both Saturday and Sunday. So then I don't get a day off. I don't get a day to relax. I don't get to decompress. So it is really like working 7 days a week, constantly. And I don't want to do that anymore, right? Like, I don't care how poor and miserable I would have to be, but I literally can't have a place to live without this, you know? Like, I don't know what to do. I'm not made for this. I don't have the money, time, or energy to enjoy my life outside of work, and I don't know what to do about it anymore, you know? I'm so tired.
I used to work 50 to 80 hours a week for 15 years, and now I'm at a job that I'm doing 40 hours per week. I'm happy with the 40. You are a boss babe and a strong, independent woman. It's called adulting. I'm suffering from this same thing right now. I work 12 hours a day, and I only have time to sleep and not enjoying life. I'm exhausted. I just want out. Try doing that with 2 kids. I have been since I was 21, and I'm now 44. Talk about tired. I get 1 day a week off and people wonder why I don't date. I'm tired. A lot of people are definitely in that dark space right now. But this is honestly the life of a grown-up. It is hard on everybody. What she can do is probably get a roommate. She's talking about working 40 hours a week, but there are men out here who's working 72 hours or 80 hours a week to fund their lifestyle. She's honestly adding on to her burden, because why does she have 2 bedrooms if she's not living with anybody else? The system is definitely hard on everyone, so let's not be hard on ourselves as well.
Do you make $100,000?
No, ma'am. I have 85 to 90,000 on the high end on a good year.
Okay. All right. What is it that you do?
I'm a mechanic.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I don't work. I take care of our kid.
So you're a stay-at-home mom?
Mm-hmm.
And she's 11?
He is.
He is
yeah.
11?
Uh-huh.
He goes to school?
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work?
No.
So you're just living off of his child support?
I am. And we live with our mother.
And you're proud of that?
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
Okay.
But, I mean...
But you can work now, right?
I can, but...
So it's no but you can go get a job, right?
I could, but I'm not going to. My rent's free. My food is free. I mean, my mom's the homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Okay.
So you trying to tell me at 53, it's just over for me?
Basically, it's over. There's no doubt at your age that you are very beautiful and very attractive. But any man with a sound mind, who is a logical thinker, is going to look at you and be like, you were 53 and you still out here trying to date. What the fuck is wrong with you? What type of person are you? Since the age of 20, you've had 33 years to capture you a man and build a life with that man. And you have not done that. So why would any man in his right mind risk all of his chips on you? But you know what I'm saying? Y'all can't accept that hard fucking fact
Imagine just speaking the truth, and then you get attacked for it. Well, that's exactly what happened to this man. A lot of women were being very disrespectful to this man for speaking the truth in the comments. If a woman has been roaming the streets and at 50 years old and she's still single, that's a red flag. At 50, you should be a married woman. I don't even know what kind of man who would want to get married. How about asking a 50-year-old man why he would never get married again? He would never do it again. Because sacrificing peace for heartbreaks is just stupid.